Hi, I'm Matt Jaffoon, co-founder of Occupier. Are you considering signing a commercial lease? If so, you need to make sure you do your due diligence before signing that lease. One of the most important aspects of this is to conduct an in-depth market survey. A site survey is the process of evaluating one or multiple properties that could suit your business's needs. They are an essential part of the transaction management process, helping you avoid costly mistakes down the road. You shouldn't be signing a lease that doesn't suit your business's needs. These can be location, financial budget, or any structural issues that you might require for your business. To help you get started, we've created a comprehensive site selection checklist that covers all the essential aspects of evaluating a property. From location, to physical condition, to financials, to future expansion possibilities, we ensure that no stone is left unturned. Let's dive into the site survey checklist. This checklist can change depending on the nature of your business or the needs of the space, but this is a general framework for how you should think about evaluating a site. Your first section is going to be general information. What is the address of the property, the square footage of the space in the building, who are your neighbors, how many people can you fit in the space, etc. And of course, there's always a section to take notes. This is a handy checklist for each property that you're looking at across your entire site survey. Your next section is your location and accessibility. Depending on if you are a retailer or an office tenant, you're going to have different needs for where your property needs to be located. So for example, is the property located in a high traffic area with good visibility for retail? Or is it located near transit for my employees to commute to the office? The physical property condition is an overlooked but very important part of evaluating a site. Is the exterior of the building well maintained? Are the floors and the walls and the ceiling and the carpet in the space well maintained, or will they have to be repaired? All of these things that you're looking for could potentially mean more cost down the road, so make sure that you're tracking them on a space-by-space basis. The next consideration you need to make is how the space is laid out. You'll see in this checklist that we have 3 sections, one for retail, one for restaurant, and one for office. Obviously, the needs of those 3 uses are going to be different, but the concept remains the same, which is, does the space actually fit the needs? So from a retail perspective, things like, can we execute our intended design of the space? Is there front house service for the customer base? Is there back house space for inventory management? For restaurants, can we accomplish bringing tenants into our space? Is the kitchen large enough? Is there space for pickup orders? Do we need a delivery window? All of these things are high-level considerations that you need to think about when you're looking at a space. And of course, for office tenants, are there enough offices in the space? Do we have conference rooms? Do we have space for cubicles? Is there a kitchen that our employees can utilize, etc.? All of the things might be existing in the space, or they might need to be built out. So the layout of the space has to be conducive to the use of your business. Compliance and regulations are an important but often overlooked part of leasing a space. Is your space ADA compliant? Does it meet fire safety regulations? Are you going to have to retrofit the space at a high cost in order to meet some of these regulations? So whether you're using an outside consultant or tracking these things yourself, make sure that you're uncovering every aspect of the compliance and the regulations in the space. Your utilities and your infrastructure, of course, are a major cost for your business, so you want to make sure that you're tracking that the space actually accommodates what you're trying to do. If you're an office user, you're going to need high velocity bandwidth. Does the space actually have a gas line or water for your kitchenette? Is the Wi-Fi capable in the space? All of these things are very important to the day-to-day operations of your business, so make sure you're tracking those in your checklist as well. What is the security and the safety of the space in the neighborhood? Are all the entrances secure? Are you going to need to install your own security system and cameras, etc.? Most likely you are, so make sure that the space in the building is set up to operate optimally. What is the surrounding environment or the neighborhood or the vibe that you're looking for? Do the local demographics fit who you're trying to attract to your retail or your restaurant? Is the neighborhood safe enough for office tenants to commute in early or late hours? Hopefully, the landlord of this space has provided you with a full picture of the building and the expansion possibilities of the space. So make sure you're always asking, is there potential for future expansion? What are the other tenants' lease expirations dates so that you might take advantage of spaces rolling in the building? These are all important so that you can build flexibility into your lease arrangement. And finally, of course, the cost considerations in your negotiations. What is the total cost of leasing the property? Your monthly rent, your maintenance fees, your utility costs, your tax, your insurance, any annual additional expenses that you're going to need to incur need to be uncovered as soon as you evaluate this space, so you don't get down the road in a negotiation and then have surprises about what the financials might be. Always remember to document your observations, take notes, ask questions, take pictures when you're on tour. The site survey checklist can help you get ahead of any unplanned financial considerations or snags in any negotiation. And of course, always reach out to us at Occupier if you'd like to learn more about site selection process.